sorry about that. But like I said, I'm extreme is either all or nothing. So it means I've done everything the wrong way. I'm decided to do everything the right way, which is a religious way. Not any religious way. I know everybody says this about, this is the truth. I've actually got the truth. I found it. And it saved my life, really. But anyway, what I forgot to say is when I say my story about I got shot into oblivion and when I ate this egg. And then when it was time to come out, I was double breeching, arse first. So my story would be like, I was clinging along to the sides, didn't want to come out. I screamed till I was 6. Don't think my mother knew how to handle me, really. So I was getting told off and things, and clingy I was. And anyway, jump back again now to when I was younger. I remember from the time I was crawling. My mother and father never smoked, but my grandparents did, and some of my aunties and uncles did. So when nobody was looking, I'd crawl up to the ashtray, and I'd be like, it wouldn't be lit or nothing, but I'd pick a nip, and I'd be, I just love the taste of the nicotine. Or I'd sneak the ashtray into a different room and do it. So I love it. And I remember being lower than a kitchen counter. My nan had a habit of lighting fags and putting them on the side, and as she's cleaning and she forget about it. So I remember being lower than that and puffing on a fag, and I couldn't wait to grab and smoke. And back to when I was younger now. My sister's 2 years younger than me, and I think at I had to go to the nursery when I was, I don't know what age, 2, 3, whatever, 4. But I thought it was a punishment because I would scream every time. Every time I'd go to leave me, I'd scream my head off. I just didn't, I don't know if it was because I was a little bit jealous of my sister. I might have been back then, yeah. But like I said, growing up, I was always the naughty one. Well, not always, a lot of the time. And a lot of the time I wasn't, but I'd always get the blame. Don't matter. I'd always have the blame, don't matter if it was me or not, I'd have the blame. And, people would do things, I get the blame. So, back in them days, my parents are not bad. It'd be a smack, And I got to the point when I didn't feel loved by my parents, and I didn't like, and I really didn't, I didn't like couldn't wait to grow up, have a baby and move out. And I thought our baby would love me, and that I would have the baby and we live happily ever after, and we could move away and never see him again and things like that. And I can't remember, I was going to say something, sorry, my mind's blank sometimes. Before that, my mother's not, she don't give praise, she never says sorry. She thinks to this day she has nothing to say sorry about. And maybe she haven't, I gotta leave bygones be bygones now because it's affecting me. But she really hurt me really bad, and I thought they didn't like me. I remember being about 6, 7, I was trying on a swimming costume, I think, or something like that. And my mother said, well, you could be a model, you could have been Nicholas, but backhanded compliment, you got a scar on your leg, which is from, I got a scar on the top of my leg from swinging on a scaffolding. My mother told me to get down, so I swung to the side. Something hurt. I was walking up the hill. I went in, and my mother was talking on the doorstep to the neighbour with my sister hanging about. I went indoors. I picked up, because I was wearing a skirt. I picked it up and it was all flesh hanging out. So I walked up to my mother calmly and I said, Mum, I'm talking a minute. And my sister said, what's the matter? And I showed her and she went, oh my God, Mum, you want to look at this? My mother looked. My next door neighbour went, oh my God, and panicked. Well, next thing you know, I panicked and blood gushing over there. I thought I was going to die. Well, the other good thing she said I was good with is children, because my mother's friends got children, much younger than me, and I used to, we'd always go out, we'd always be out and about, and we'd, when my family and friends, and I'd be playing with the kids and all that, playing with the kids, so I thought, that's it, when I grow up, I'm going to have a baby, and it's going to be me and the baby, we're going to love each other, and things are going to, it's going to be much better and perfect, because I've lost track now. Sorry. Oh yeah. My mother and father would argue quite a bit, and so my mother was always ranting around the place. Oh, and if I had my choice, I would never have children. I'd never get married. I'd get my own flat. I'd be working. I'd do what I want when I want. I won't have to answer to anybody. And it really got drummed into us, really. Never stories of oh, you'll meet the man of your dreams and you'll get married. It was nothing like that. And so that really went on my mind, right? Well, not much like some women. Just wanted the baby and just be me and the baby, and so I couldn't wait to grow up and have a baby anyway. And a couple of things happened with pets, me and pets, which don't get on. My cousin used to have a goldfish, and I think I was a bit jealous because I didn't have one. So I always wonder what would happen if I put it out the bowl, so I used to put my hand in and get it with water. Man, I'd done it a few times, but one time it died one time, not in my hand, but not long after I think it was the same day I done it to him. And then now he had a rabbit. It went off his food. Wouldn't eat nothing. And as he was playing within the garden, he went up to next door at a rose petal bush, and he was eating the rose petals. So when it was something to put him by, we put him in his cage, and we got loads. We filled his cage up with rose petals right up to the top. In the morning, my mother was taking us for a haircut, and oh my God, the rabbit's dead. My sister cried. I laughed. I don't know why I laugh. I don't know why I do these. I don't know, because I didn't find it was hilarious. It was more, I think it could have been more of a bit of a twisted laughing because my sister was upset. I don't know. I don't think that was the case. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know why. Another time I had a goldfish on my own. One time when I fed it breadcrumbs, probably killed it. So what I'd done, I said I want to bury it. So I put it into a plastic bag, see-through plastic bag. I buried it, and a week later I dug it up to see what it looked like. Sick. Another time my sister had an hamster, and I was playing with the hamster and the ball, and the dog was nudging the ball with his nose. I thought it was hilarious. So my sister was out the kitchen, so I picked the ball up with the hamster in, walked out the kitchen, and I walked out the kitchen, and all of a sudden, as I was explaining to my sister, the bottom fell out, and the hamster comes splat. It all falls out, and she started crying. I burst out laughing, and I realised how serious it was. So I started crying. I said, "Please don't tell Mummy, I'll buy you a new one." And then she picked it up, because she picked it up, and she said, "Oh, you've only got a nosebleed," and he lived. But he lived for another 2 years, except he did go a little bit bald, but that's nothing, is it? But when I had my own flat, first ever flat I had, this girl, she moved away, and she left a kitten behind. All the kids were playing with her, and I felt sorry for her. I thought, right, I'll have a cat. I've never been fussy on cats, but I thought, you know, you can't just let it out like that. So I had it on my chest, I brought it in, put it on my chest to see what it's like, and fell asleep with it on my chest. Next thing you know, found out I had scabies, me and my ex. It took me ages to get rid of him, but we did. My mother had my daughter at the time. And at the time, my partner bought me a little English pit bull cross with the staff. £50, really only a pup. And I remember one night lying on a settee, the pup lying next to me. And back then it was like the weed was like our own little brown block, but then this boy grew his own stuff, right? So it was really, really strong, and I weren't used to it. But I had a couple of puffs of it and handed it back to my ex. Next thing you know, I went to put the dog down because we had to go to bed, and he fell over. He couldn't walk. He must have been stoned. I don't know if it was that I'd done it or what, but he grew up nuts. He would chew the feet, chewed everything up. He would run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, chewing feet. And, you know, I'd lock him out, open, somebody'd pinch him, they'd bring him back. In the end, he bit my daughter on the foot, and my daughter is disabled. And I'm sorry to say this, but my reaction was I kicked him at the one, he hit the wall, and he thought I was playing. So the owner said they'd have it back, and the ex said I don't want him. So the owners had him. They said they couldn't cope with him. So my father had dogs all his life. He said, well, buddy, I'll have him. He had him, and then the next thing I know, my father said he'd give it to someone who owns the pub, but he's a guard dog. But I think he had a shot because he was nuts, uncontrollable, and yeah, he might bite, you know, he was getting violent. Another time, what else? After that, another time I tried having a cat when I moved in here. It was about 8 years ago, and a stray cat happened to come through the window. I thought, oh, what a lovely looking cat, it's beautiful. For cats, I'm not fussed on them, but I want to keep this one. So I leave the window open for him so he could let himself in and out, and feed him in the daytimes. Next thing you know, I had fleas. So I just locked the cat out. I'm thinking now what I should have done is treated him and kept him, but at the time I didn't think like that because I had my other daughter, so I thought, you know, it took me 3 weeks to get rid of them. So I don't have no luck with anything. What I've done now is I bought myself a cactus. And I thought, if I can look after that, I can look after anything. Here's my cactus. I'll show you my cactus. Hang on a minute. It's lived till now. I don't know how, because it keeps falling over when I go shut the blinds. But it is the cactus. Can you see it? The pink one. There. So that's because I was going to have a plant. I did have a plant, but it did end up dying. But yeah, that's one thing I wish my mother had done when we was younger, is like let us help her in the garden and baking and that, but she'd say we'd get in her way. She wondered why I don't know how to do anything. But yeah, I resented my parents a lot for having all them smacks, and you know, crying. And I remember one time, it must have been, I don't know if I already told you, I suppose, between 4 and 6, sobbing my heart out in the bedroom, sobbing, and I don't know whether it's because something I'd done or I was got accused of doing. But I remember sobbing, thinking, why did they have me? You know, they'd be downstairs acting normal, laughing and whatever. And I thought, how did they have me? Because I'm not even funny. I couldn't even my child. If my child was sobbing like that, I'd even though it was their fault, I'd have to go and sit down and consult. I just couldn't. There's I've done for years the love languages. There's 5 ways of showing love. The first one, well, not the first one, but one of them is giving gifts. One of them is quality time. One of them is works and deeds. One of them is affirmations. And one of them, I just had on my tongue, was the other one. physical touch. Now, the way my mother was brought up, my father, they're definitely not the cuddly type. You cannot, cuddle them and things like that. Now, it might have worked for them, and my sister might have fitted in, but it didn't work for me. I think that's why I screamed till I was 6. And I need words of affirmations, like, oh, well done, and oh, thank you, Nicola, I need things like that, and sit close and just have a touch, even though it sounds a bit weird, but I always thought my family hated me. It's only when I learned this love language earlier on in the year when I was going to commit suicide, and somebody told me about this, and they didn't know nothing about what had been going on. And so I thought, my mother must love me through works and deeds, and it cheered me up, and I went up and told them all about it. And they said, I thought you didn't love me. They said, we thought you didn't love us. Because once I remember my mother telling me she loved me, she might have told me more, but once I remember, and that was last year, and she phoned me out the blue. And once my father ever told me after rescuing me from my ex, beating me up. I've got an uncle, my father's brother, and I don't know why, nothing really happened, but I was always scared of him. I don't think he liked me. I still don't think he likes me to this day, but he frightens me, and it's just his aura and his attitude. He's a bit temperamental. He got on with everyone else, so I used to find it really hard to sit with it in the same room as him. Even as I grew up into my 20s, we'd be talking, and I just had an easy feeling about him, because he used to he aggravated all of us, or picked on us. But I think he went a bit extreme with me, because what he used to do with the others, try and make me, of course, there's just this girl that they're going to have a fight with her, I bet you won't beat it up and all that, but we were much older than us. But there was a time when me and my cousin, she was 1 year older than me, and I had bubbles, and I was blowing them. And I gave it a go, then I wanted them back, so I had them back, and she wanted them, so I blew it, but that bubble, and she burst it, and it burst in my eye, and it hurt straight away. I thought I was blinded and crying, and I bit her. I've never bit anyone before, but I don't know why I done it, but I bit her. She ran in telling her mother. Her mother came in, my auntie, my father's sister. She grabbed my arm, lifted up my sleeve, and bit me on the arm. Well, I was trying to hide this now from my mother. When I got home, I always thought, I'm going to get in trouble. I tried hiding it from her, and then the next thing, she said, who done that on your arm? I said, I done it myself. She went, you liar. I said, I did. She went, again, you were teeth marks. You better tell me what happened now. So I told her what happened. Well, we didn't have a phone because I was really young. She went next door on the phone, played hell. I was afraid to tell her anything. I think, but I think as I thought, I'd always have the blame for it, because I always did. Even though most of the time it was my fault, a lot of the time it wasn't. Like I said, my sister was the quiet one. She used to say things quiet. They'd only ever hear me, and there was boys next door older. They used to tease me. I'd do it one time. My mother, and she just, just get on with it, she wouldn't come with no word to them, or so come in here and play in here, or nothing like that. And when my mother, I don't know if I said this, but when my father and mother would argue, which is more, my mother always say, I wish I never had you kids, I wish I never got married, I would have had my own flat, I had my own job, and I would have done my own thing, no one to answer to. And so I grew up then, I grew up thinking, don't get him lovely, nice man, get him married and all that. I just thought I can't wait to have a kid. Couldn't wait to get pregnant and move out. So that's the only thing I was good for, though. With kids, I thought, right, I'll have a kid and move out. And that's further on, well, next time. But that's all for now. What I done, I called part 2 of part 2. I meant to say part 1 of 1. So I'm going to call this one part 2 or 3, or 1 or 3, whatever I put, because like I said, my mind's buggered. But yeah, I'm doing all this to help myself, even if nobody sees it, just to have some talking therapy, and because I can see myself, I feel like I'm talking to someone. There's a lot of happened in my life that I've kept to myself, and I need to get it out. You see, I was on methadone for 20 years, suppressed everything, and now I've come off it. I feel like it's like I've opened a tin of worms, you know, and now I'm nearly back on. Well, I am back on it, just about. If I need to get off it. I do like it though. It gives me that good, you know, cushy feeling. And they work as lovely at first, but after a while, when the addiction kicks in, that's not very nice. Thank you, everybody. I'll get back to you again. Love you all. God bless you. And may one day we all be united. Good night.